Hello and welcome to Film Companion South. You're watching not a Tolly review. Hey, we'll ask them to edit that out. Hi, my name is Hriday Ranjan and this week's movie is Veera Simha Reddy. The film is directed by Gopichand Malineni. The film stars the one and only Balakrishna along with Shruti Haasan, Varalakshmi Sharad Kumar, Honey Rose and Dunya Vijay. Now, there are films where the story doesn't really matter, and this is one such movie. But however, if you are one of those people who is driven by technicalities, then here's the story. Veera Simha Reddy is a village leader who is respected and loved by his well-wishers, by his people, but is feared and hated by the bad guys. You know those movies where you can tell if someone is good or bad based on their skin tone? This is one of those movies. However, Veera Simha Reddy also has a son, Jai, who owns a hip car store in Turkey. Now the bad guys do bad things, and so the good guys have to undo those bad things. If you've watched movies from the 90s or the early 2000s, you generally have an idea of what I'm talking about. Director Gopichand Malineni handles the story and the screenplay with all the deftness of a new TCS recruit who is on the bench. He's playing as safe as possible. Now as a reviewer, there isn't really much to review in a Balaya movie. Now, these movies are a genre in themselves, and if you remove even one ingredient from them, they no longer remain the same. It's like a delicate atomic formula. Now, like many of his movies, Balaya gets to play two roles. The first is of Veera Simha Reddy. It's the kind of role that he can do in his sleep, you know, the brave, the heroic leader, the one who delivers justice and spondylitis with the snap of a finger. But there is the other character, Jai, the younger or the youngish character. And that's the thing about Balaya movies, you never really question the age of the hero in a movie. Like, is the guy in his 20s? Is he in his 30s, 40s? Now, these are movies that have long transcended empirical trivialities like time and age. Shruti Haasan plays a character that can well and truly only be defined as a Balaya heroine. Its own genre in itself again. It's a role neither Meryl Streep nor Kate Winslet can play. I mean, you have to be bubbly, but you have to be deeply emotional, you have to be frivolous in matters of the heart, also be nimble-footed in dance, and Shruti Haasan plays that character. In one scene, she's washing a car in Balaya's garage, and there is cocaine in the dicky, and a villain shoots it, and the coke spills out. Shruti Haasan sniffs it and starts dancing. But hey, she's also the kind of woman who will give up everything later and get extremely involved in what is happening back in India. Like I said, it's a different genre in itself. Then you have Varalakshmi Sharad Kumar, who plays the Varalakshmi Sharad Kumar kind of role. You know, the boisterous, strong woman who can match the men decibel to decibel. Now, I don't know if this is some sort of a feminism, because for decades we had men who would glare at the camera and scream, and now we have a woman who does it too. And then, of course, there is the villain who does villainous stuff. But after a point, the real villain, if you think about it, is your rational mind. It's your constant attempt to seek logic. But as Osho says, if you let the mind talk, it will keep talking. So if you silence your critical mind, you'll have no problem with what's going on screen. In the world of fragrances, you have some scents that are called blind buys. You know, you can purchase them and you know they'll work. Director Gopichand seems to have used the same reasoning while selecting this particular script. Maybe we as film reviewers lay unwanted emphasis on Sankranti films to be logical. Maybe Sankranti films are meant to remind you of a lunch with your family in your hometown. And if that is the case, then one could say that the director got it down pat. And finally, there is Balaya. They say age is a number, even though I have personally always believed that age is actually a word. But however, if age really is a number, there couldn't be greater proof than watching a Balaya movie on the first day, first show. The hoots, the whistles, the claps, the dialogues that are both personal and political, they're all proof that cinema sometimes transcends art. You know, I have always envied fans to some extent. As a fan, you have a purpose in your life, which not many of us do. And it's almost a full-time job. You know, you have to change your wallpaper, download the songs, share on social media, defend your star, buy first day, first show tickets and throw papers. We don't sometimes fully appreciate all the hard work that goes into being a hardcore fan. So if you're a hardcore fan, this will be your cup of tea, or should I say, your glass of brandy. However, if you're not a fan, I would recommend watching the movie imagining that you're a fan. Like, hypnotize yourself before you walk into the theater. Hypnotize yourself into believing that you're a fan, and then you'll enjoy it. That was our review of the movie Veera Simha Reddy. We'll be reviewing Walter Veeraya tomorrow, so watch the space. It is time for Sankranti and movies, and I hope 2023 brings you a lot of great movies and moments in your life where you feel like a character in a Shekhar Kamula movie. Calm, composed and contented. For more reviews, interviews and videos, Please subscribe to Film Companion South on YouTube. Thank you.